trumpets calling from sea to shining sea. The passion's on display. The greatest game day feeling is finally here today. Tailgates firing, grills already hot. Every hometown dreaming of that championship shot. Paint the faces, wave the flags up high. Today we live for touchdowns underneath the autumn sky. The bands are marching, hear those drums roll by. Crowds getting louder, let the spirit touch the sky. This is that wonderful time every fan is waiting for. College football season's knocking at the door. Everybody stand up, everybody clap, wave your colors high. There ain't no turning back. Today's the day, today's the fight. Everybody scream with all your might. It's Saturday, hands in the air. It's Saturday, football everywhere. Wake the whole nation, bring that celebration. College football's back again. It's Saturday, let the bands all play. It's Saturday, it's game day. Turn it up, make some noise. Every fan, every town, let's go. Welcome to the Saturday morning kickoff show. D-Truth on the mic and the energy flows. Mondo keeps it rolling, got the whole crowd live. Sniper bringing fire with that game day vibe. Talking every matchup, every rivalry. Breaking down the action from coast to coast, you'll see. Predictions, highlights, every score to know. It's college football 2026. Let's go! Everybody, everybody, Indiana Hoosiers defending that crown. Turn up, Buckeye Nation. How about them dogs? Hook 'em horns. Let the tide roll. War Eagle flying high. Hotty toddy. Ole Miss, it's hurricane season. Hail to the victors of Michigan.
From every campus, every stadium, every conference, every hometown.
It's football time. East Coast, West Coast, North, South. Every fan united by one sound. Raise your voices, raise your flags. This is where the traditions last. It's Saturday. Wake the nation now. It's Saturday. Let the fans get loud. Marching bands, fight song. Everybody sing along. This is what we've waited for. College football forevermore. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Oh. Welcome to the Saturday morning kickoff show. Every rivalry, every tradition, every touchdown starts right here. Let's make history. Wake up, America. It's Saturday.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Sniper, D-Truth. Got my co-host here. Good morning, everyone in the chat. It is officially 2026 college football season, August the 1st. What better weekend? What better weekend to start, to actually kick off, to do our kickoff show than the 1st of August, first day of August, SummerSlam weekend? You can ask for anything, much better situation, man. A much better situation. College footballers here, brothers. Hey, welcome to year number 8 for 20s Media Network. Salute to you, brothers.
What's going on? It's your boy Sniper. Boy, I'm just so excited. We back in the House of Sports. The House of Sports. Well, we've got what, less than a month to the day.
Yeah, less than a month. Less than a month. month.
You can't go. It just seemed like yesterday we was just watching Miami get beat down. And then,
well, we gonna get into that. I wouldn't necessarily call it a beat down. We didn't. The game went on so long and went on so late. We did not get a chance to do a post game show. As a matter of fact, out of all the 8 years that we've been on, that national championship game was the only national championship game that we didn't really officially get to do a post game show on. And we're going to talk a little bit about that a little later on. But man, this year is going to be it's going to be a competitive year. This is going to be a competitive year. A lot of this back and forth between the Big Ten and the SEC. A lot of this going on back and forth between the ACC and the Big 12. It's going to be a war this year in college football.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yes, it is. And we got for the first college football game of the year, we got 28 days. 28 days.
Mm.
That'll be. I just looked it up. I forgot the name. TCU in North Carolina. A Big 12 ACC matchup. But hey,
that ain't too thrilling of a matchup, man. But you know,
I know.
I want to see some college football so bad. I'll watch anything. I'll watch a practice, a scrimmage. Right about now. That's how bad I want to see some college football, man.
It's only 8 games that day anyway, so it really ain't nothing really no marquee matchup that day. See what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's around the corner. Put it that way. I've been. Yeah. It ain't been nothing since.
We in August, brother. It's right around the corner. Right, we're here. This is the month that it starts. Our week 0 happens in the month of August. Let me start by saluting the chat. Salute to you, Jennifer Velez, Rim Rock. Salute to you. Salute. Got my brothers on the panel with me. Alpha, salute to you. Already talking about a 4-peat for the Big Ten. Hood TMZ, salute to you. Sankofa, salute to you. Tommy, salute to you. Salute. Time, what's going on? Salute to you. Salute. So Alpha's already predicting a 4-peat. And let me just say this, you know, a 4-peat is something that the SEC has done time and time and time again. If we're talking about, let's go back 20 years and we look at the 20 years, the SEC has won what, 13 natties, and the Big Ten has only won 4. And of those 4, Ohio State won 2 in 2014 and 2024. Indiana won 1, and Michigan won 1. So this notion right now, the Big Ten is more successful thanks to the NIL. Thanks to that right there, the NIL, they're a little bit more competitive right now. They're more successful. But to say that that the Big Ten right now, the Big Ten is the most successful conference, but they're not the deepest. I mean, if you don't believe me, just look at the NFL draft. NFL draft loaded down with SEC players. You look at the NFL, look at the impact players, the key players, the Pro Bowl players. It's SEC talent, all SEC talent. So you know the SEC is still the standard. The SEC is still the standard, although the Big Ten is playing catch up right now. Remember, 4-13, 13-4.
Well, here's another thing, and you hit it on the button too. The reason why that the NIL deal has really enhanced the other leagues around, and you got to think about you know, our team Georgia. Kirby's not paying players to play.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give them the money to come to the school, whatever have you, but he's not paying players to play like other teams are. I mean, I think we're not in the top, not the top 5, maybe not even the top 10 of schools with the bag for the players. So honestly, in the last couple of years, when the Big Ten is winning, it's because they paid their players to come there. No disrespect to the OHIO, but you had the biggest, if not the second biggest contracts throughout college football. So now we're looking at a professional college league. So if people were, if it was still straight and narrow, and there was no NIL deal, I don't think we'd be saying that that the Big Ten is would be 4-peat, 5-peat. I won't be saying that because they didn't have the players at one point to keep up with the SEC.
And I'm just gonna go out on the limb and say there will not be a 4-peat. They're not 4-peat this year. And I'm not even gonna say it's gonna be a SEC school that stops them. The firepower, and as far as the money, this notion that the SEC don't have any money, that's bullshit. LSU right now, they have like a $40 million roster. Texas is about to hit 50. There's no other school in the Big Ten that has a $50 million roster. Texas has that. Then you go over there to Texas Tech. Texas Tech is like they're in the 40s. They're in the 40 million payroll or whatever. But the one thing we learned last year is that having a big payroll don't win you a national title, because if you look at it, Indiana ain't spending that kind of money. Indiana did not spend nowhere near what Ohio State, nowhere near what Texas and LSU is spending, nowhere near it. But let me just say this, and I'm going to play this first, and then we're going to go into Indiana, because we're going to start it off with the champs. And congratulations to the Indiana fan base. You are the defending national champions. But let's just dive into some comments that was made at Big Ten Media Week this week that took place this week. Let's just dive into it here.
The assistance is to equip your roster, make it as strong as possible, with adequate depth at every position throughout the team. When you play that many games, you're going to get some guys dinged and injured. Things happen. Next man up mentality. The Big Ten is the best league in football, and a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best. Coach.
Now, for those that are comparing him to Nick Saban, I call bullshit on that. Nick Saban would never say anything like this. One thing about Nick Saban never put down his competition, and Nick Saban never put a bullseye on his team's back by making comments like this. Now, what you've done is put a bullseye on your back, not just from the SEC, but you put a bullseye on your back from other teams in the Big Ten. Now, congratulations, Kurt Signetti. You won a national title. One. Okay. Before 2024, I didn't know who the hell you were. Y'all bear with me here, because I'm finna cook right now. I didn't know who the hell you was before the year 2024. Now let's talk about 2024, where you had the weakest schedule in the nation among Power 4 schools. The weakest. The only ranked opponent you played, you got blowed out by. And that was Ohio State. They blew your ass out. Then you met another ranked team in the playoffs, Notre Dame, and you got blew out in the playoffs. You had no business in there. And a lot of people still to this day say, yeah, no business in there. Now let's talk about last year. Now, was it more Signetti or was it more Mendoza? Because Mendoza, is that once in a lifetime type player that it's like, did you hit the lottery with Fernando Mendoza? Like Gene Chisnick hit the lottery with Cam Newton. Like Vince Dooley hit the lottery with Herschel Walker. Like Urban Meyer hit the lottery with Tim Tebow. You feel me? Like Mac Brown hit the lottery with Vince Young. And if you notice now, I named coaches that only won one national title because they had generational talent. Generational talent. Well, Urban won 2 down in Florida, but he had Tim Tebow. He didn't win anything without Tebow in Florida. Generational talent can take you to a national championship. So you got Fernando Mendoza, and then you surround him with players that are damn near in their 30s. Guys that played in the FCS that got wives and kids and you know, they in their 30s playing against a bunch of 18 and 19-year-old kids. Now let's talk about the bracket. You was on the weak side of the bracket in the playoffs. Now, rightly deserved, you were the number 1 overall seed, but still, it don't negate the fact that you were on the weak side of the bracket, the weakest side of the bracket. Okay, now that Bama team that you keep bragging on, that you blew out in the Rose Bowl, that was not the same Bama team that walked into Athens the first Saturday in October. That was not the same Bama team. That Bama team was hit with a lot of injuries, and their starting quarterback came into that game hurt because we put a hurting on his ass in Atlanta in the SEC championship game. He limped, and he really shouldn't even been starting in that Rose Bowl game. The backup should have been starting. So you didn't get the same damn Bama team. You didn't get the same damn Bama team that was in the top 5 during the regular season. Now let's go on to your next game, the Oregon game. Oregon, we all know Oregon wets the bed in the playoffs. When it comes to the playoffs, they choke. They wet the damn bed. So you got a nice draw there with Oregon. Okay, so you go to the championship game and you get a Miami team that, and I've been saying this for the last 3 years, that had a starting quarterback that chokes on the big stage. Carson Beck chokes on the big stage. When the lights are bright, and Sniper, come on now. We witnessed it for 4 years in Athens. When the lights are bright, Carson Beck will choke. He'll raise hell during the regular season. And yeah, he raised a little hell in the playoff games. But that championship game, he choked on that last play where the receiver was wide freaking open. He underthrew the damn receiver. That kid could have walked in the damn end zone easily. So I don't want to hear no big holler at me when you win another natty. Because in my opinion, you ain't the best coach in the damn Big Ten. That goes to Ryan Day. Ryan Day, Alpha, tell me I'm lying. Ryan Day is the best, most accomplished head coach in the Big Ten. Look at Ryan Day's resume. And you look at Kirk Cignetti's resume. You see, for anybody that's sitting here trying to crown Kirk Cignetti the best head coach in college football, that's just like me saying Mike Brown is the best head coach in the NBA. That's just like somebody saying, making a dumbass comment and saying Mike Brown is better than Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr done won, 5, 6 NBA titles? And Mike Brown just won 1? That's just like a New York Knicks fan bragging, oh, we finna take over the NBA. Well, you still got Golden State. Golden State was a dynasty, done it. That's just like, I mean, come on, man. You're the flavor of you're the flavor of the month. You're the flavor of the month. A one-hit wonder. You know, when I listen to Kurt Cinetti, you know who I hear? I don't hear Nick Saban. Because Nick Saban will never say no dumb shit like that and put no bullseye on his team's back before the season begins. When I hear Kurt Cinetti make a dumbass comment like this, you know who I hear? Steve Spurrier. Had great teams, should have won more than one natty, but he talked crap like this, put a bullseye on his team back, and never won another natty. Had one good shining moment in 1996, and after that, didn't win a damn thing else ever after that. You know who else I see? Jimbo Fisher used to say the same crap. People were ready to crown him. Oh, Jimbo finna take over college football. Jimbo finna surpass Nick Saban. What happened? He didn't win shit else after 2013.
He got lucky to win that.
Exactly.
If I may.
And then had the number one. They had the number one recruiting class at Texas A&M and from the ball.
So all of these sports writers and ESPN nut riding Indiana and Kirk Cinetti, you didn't know who the hell Kirk Cinetti was before the year 2024. I didn't. I ain't know who the hell he was. Never heard of him.
Facts.
So slow your roll now. Slow your roll. Let's see if he can do what Ohio State getting ready to do. Let's see if he can go to Austin and win a game in Austin. Let's see if he can do what Penn State did a couple of years ago. Go in the SEC territory and beat the brakes off Auburn or SEC school like that. Let's just see what he does without Fernando Mendoza, a generational talent, and I predict Mendoza will win a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback before his NFL career is over with. Let's just see what Kurt Cinetti does when his assistants start getting picked off. You know what Nick Saban had to go through, what Urban had to go through, what Pete Carroll had to go through, what Kirby is going through now. You know, because if Kirby still had Dan Lanning, had the luxury of having Dan Lanning and what was the offensive coordinator?
Todd
Monken. If we'd still had that all-star staff, we probably would have three-peated or four-peated as national champions. But and all of that, it sounds good. All of that Indiana finna take over. It sounds good. But in real life, other schools are going to start picking off your assistants, your staff members. Mendoza, that kid you got from TCU ain't Mendoza. He's nice. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't Mendoza. I've been bragging on Mendoza. I was bragging on Mendoza when he was at Cal. When him and Cam Ward on a Thursday night had a shootout. They went toe-to-toe on a Thursday night. Mendoza was at Cal. I was bragging on the kid then. But that kid in TCU, he's nice. But he ain't no damn Mendoza. Pump your brakes. Ohio State is going to be the roadblock for Indiana, for starters. And watch out for USC because they are coming. They are coming. And I yield the floor, brothers.
So I'm just looking at how you say his name. Sankofa X3. Hey, bro, listen. Again, I want to say, I want to piggyback off my brother here and say congratulations on your national championship. But you said something in here that made me look up and see what was really going on in Indiana in 2025. You said if if fifth was a drink, we'll all be drunk. But I guess you drinking already early this morning, because if you look at your schedule from on 2005, your warm-up game was Old Dominion. Then your next game was Kennesaw State. Then it was Indiana State. So that's 3 guaranteed wins right there. Old Dominion gave you a little run for your money. You only won that by 7 points. Then you went to Illinois. Then Iowa. We all know Iowa can't win the fourth quarter. At Oregon, you won by 10. Michigan State, UCLA, at Maryland, at Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue. That was your schedule. I could take some boys from Pee Wee football and go play that schedule and come out like you did. I can go back and take some my local high school and come out almost on top like you did in the Big Ten. Your schedule was trash, bro. Nowhere on here do I see any teams to worth bragging about. And remember, you could say, "Oh, we played Penn State." You played Penn State after they fired their coach.
Mm-hmm. And okay, it still took a miracle play. It still took a miracle play to win that game. A man that's never coached a day in his life almost upset you. He almost came that close. Almost got
you. They won by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then you played a horrible game that you won against Ohio State by 3 points.
And I'll go as far as saying Ohio State beat themselves. Dumb penalties. The kicker, number one, the kicker missing a chip shot. A 19-yard field goal? How often does that happen? Especially with a Buckeye kicker. Ohio State put out kickers like Auburn. Guys that can damn hit a 50-yarder or kick a field goal from midfield.
Right.
The ball bounced funny that night in Indy. Let's just keep it trill here today. The ball bounced funny. Ohio State, for whatever reason, they were making dumb ass mistakes that night. They were shooting themselves in the foot that entire night, missing blocks, dropping wide open passes. Tate dropped a wide open damn touchdown pass. Come on, man. Come on. But congratulations.
Yeah, hey,
on that one shining moment. You are the New York Knicks. You are the New York Knicks right now. That's what you are. One shot, you the New York Knicks and the New Orleans Saints. One hit, one shot, one hit wonder. That's what you're going to be.
Y'all like the 4 times.
You ain't getting another one. Not in your lifetime. Not in your lifetime.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right here. I'm looking at that schedule. The first 3 games. Come on, man. Come on. And the first 3 games, you know, Big Ten and SEC is playing a 9-game conference schedule this year, right? Ain't no Power 5 team on Indiana's schedule for the first 3 games. They got North Texas, Howard, and Western Kentucky. Come on, man. Then after that, after Western Kentucky game, they got Northwestern and Rutgers. Come on.
So, but here's the thing.
It looked good at the first of the year. It looked good first of the year. Go ahead.
Yeah, but to say that you have the Big Ten is the best league in college football is just crazy. Yeah, you've had the championships and stuff like that, but look how y'all play. Look who you play. You don't get beat up like other leagues get, especially the SEC. You don't get beat up like that. Yeah, Ohio State and Michigan. That goes ups and down every year.
But you know what though, Sniper? I'm not even mad at him for saying the Big Ten is the best conference. Right now, they are the most successful conference when it comes to major sports. They won the national championship in college football. They won the men's national championship in basketball. And my prediction is now that team, that Big Ten team is going to repeat. Michigan is going to repeat. If they bringing back the same guys, if they bringing back that same squad, that Michigan basketball team is going to repeat. The women, the UCLA women, they're strong. They keeping that squad together. If they can bring back that same firepower, they're gonna probably do some damage again. I'm not saying they're gonna win. Dawn Staley is building up. I don't know what the hell she do. You could take that team she putting together and put them in the WNBA.
Yeah,
but I will say this. But I'm talking about Indiana and Kirk Cincinnati. Yeah. Kirk Cincinnati is not. He ain't the best head coach in the Big Ten. Not long as less in the nation. He ain't. I go by resumes. I don't go by no one lucky ass year. And I'm not going to crown nobody the best based off one lucky ass year. I mean, I'm not going to. If that was the case, then Ed Orgeron is the greatest college football coach of all time, because that 2019 LSU team, according to the experts, according to most people, was the greatest college football team of all time. If you don't give it to Ed Orgeron, you might as well say, well, Larry Coker is the greatest college football coach of all time, because he was the head coach of that 01 Miami Hurricanes team. But he only won one. Ed Orgeron only won one. Kirk Cincinnati is going to be stuck on one. You are Steve Spurrier and you are Jimbo. You're going to get that one and that's it. Because this is what's going to happen. Since you done ran that damn mouth, what's going to happen is you're going to walk into a playoff game and you're going to have to face a SEC school. You're going to have to see a SEC. See, you can duck and dodge in the regular season. You can duck smoke in the regular season, because I don't think you got the balls to do with Ohio State and Michigan. Now, one thing about it, a lot of people, a lot of SEC fans don't like Ohio State, but I respect them. They will play a SEC team opponent. They're going to Austin this year. A lot of SEC fans don't like Michigan, but I respect Michigan because they took their ass to Norman and played Oklahoma last year. Now, until this man does what Ohio State and Michigan done and go and play, go into the SEC backyard and beat one of our blue bloods, man, please. All of that is right there. Once again, you're Jimbo and your damn Steve Spurrier. You're running your mouth. You putting the bullseye on your team back. You're doing the same exact thing that Jimbo did after they got lucky and beat Auburn in the damn Rose Bowl and won that national title. Come back the following year, ACC Media Week, talking shit about the SEC and talking shit about other conferences. Now, the bullseye's on your back. Even if you leave Indiana, you can't run and hide from this. Even if you leave Indiana and go to another school, which I believe you're going to do eventually, after you take a couple of ass whoopings at Indiana, you're going to jump ship and you're going to go to another school, and the bullseye's still going to be on your back because you are arrogant. You got a lot of mouth. You run your mouth like you got a Ryan Day damn resume. Now, Ryan Day can talk that crap. He could run. He could have did that last year at Big Ten Media Day because he's a proven head coach. You ain't proven, brother. You ain't proven. You had one lucky year. One. One.
So,
Eugene Chisnick, you Jimbo Fisher, and you Steve Spurrier. One hit wonder. That's what you are. And the world gonna find out. And they're gonna play this clip, and you're gonna be looking like a fool. Right now, everybody is praising you. Oh, he talking crap about the big bad SEC. Yeah, he called out Kirby. Yeah, everybody is everybody is kissing your ass and praising you right now. But when it comes down to the playoffs, because you ducking and dodging in the regular season, you ain't putting no SEC school on your schedule. But when you line up in the playoffs and it's a SEC school, which now let's just say if it's Bama again, you better pray like hell it ain't Bama. You better pray like hell you don't see Kalen DeBoer and Bama again in the playoffs, which could easily happen.
I'm gonna put it this way. I just looked at their schedule this year, 2027, 2028, 2029. They're scared to put a Power 5 team on their schedule. That's not in the Big Ten. Let alone the SEC.
Let's look at it.
Let's know that's I just looked at it, bro. In 2029, you know who their first three games again? You know, in 2029, you know who their first three games against? Ball State, Eastern Illinois, and Western Kentucky.
Let's look at it like this. Okay.
Wait.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you some landmines they better watch out for. Okay, I hear what you're saying, D-True, and that's a valid point. But let me show you some landmines here that they better pay attention to. Nebraska on October the 10th. Do you know how many teams don't win in that place? Ranked number 1 or ranked in the top 3 and had their hearts broken, got their ass whooped, just caught Nebraska on the wrong damn day and came out of there with an L. That's a landmine right there, potential landmine. Ohio State gonna get them. I don't give a damn if they play in Kurt Cinetti backyard. Ohio State is going to get them. Ohio State is the better team, the stronger team. Those weapons they got this year, man. And I think they got the potential Heisman Trophy winner. I think Smith is gonna win the Heisman this year. And then after that emotional game, you got a week later, you got to go to the big house a week later. Now, this is an unknown, this right here could be a team that's under the radar. This right here could be a dangerous team that's flying under the radar. This Michigan team that are bringing back a lot of players and had a pretty good recruiting cycle. Be careful on Halloween. Even though that game is at home, Minnesota plays you tough every damn time. Minnesota is to Indiana what Missouri and Kentucky is to our Georgia Bulldogs. Minnesota plays them damn tough every damn time they line up. And this game right here. I'm telling you, man, look, I hear what you're saying, D-Truth, but one back-to-back, October the 10th, October the 17th, the 24th, the 26th, the 31st, and then you got USC, a damn good USC team coming in. A damn good USC team with an improved defense, an elite offense. And then you got to go up to goddamn Seattle. You got to go up to Seattle. Some of the best teams I've seen go up to Seattle and get their ass whooped on the road. That is a dangerous place to play. Husky Stadium. So it ain't all nice like it was last year, fellas. Look at that. Just take a look at it. It ain't all nice like it was last year. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk. That's why I said your ass is gonna be one and done. You ain't going back to back. You ain't gonna get out the Big Ten this year. It will not make it out the Big Ten this year. It will not.
Like your boy from Jay-Z said in his infamous words, we don't believe you. You need more people. Listen, hey, stand by your team. I understand that. You're going to stand by your team. You're going to bring up numbers and all this stuff. Stand by your conference. But listen, when you go through that little gauntlet you got there, then we're going to see. You're going to see. But, you don't come out and start making comments like you big and bad. Nobody knew where you came from at first. And y'all make it, well, just because you didn't know who he was doesn't mean makes him good. Come on, bro. We've been in this for a long time, and just like Mondo says, there's coaches has done this and really hurt their team by talking during the media time. Yep. I mean, you go back, Jimbo started that trash 3 years ago.
2014, Jimbo 2014, and he did it again in Texas A&M.
So,
yeah.
And where's Jimbo at now?
In the booth.
Mm-hmm.
in the booth calling games.
And listen, every team has their day. You know what I'm saying? Every team has their day. They had their year. Y'all was the dark horse that nobody paid much attention to. But, I mean, on this sports show right here, we look at the whole body of play. We give you your flowers, but don't come up here talking about some trash. And Alpha, man, you gonna talk later. When we get done with this question and answer period, we gonna talk later, because you said something up here. You said, I don't know what I'm talking about this, and I got some facts for your butt. So, hey, just remind me, Mondo, before we get off the show. I got to go back to that.
Like I said, I'm not knocking the Big Ten, because right now the Big Ten, as far as success, they're the most successful conference. But I will never submit to the fact that they're the most talented conference. They're not, because they're not putting the most players in the NFL. They're not.
Well, in the modern era, the SEC has won more championships. In the modern era, the SEC has put more into the NFL than the Big Ten. In the modern era, we had the best overall recruiting.
Exactly. And not just that. Look at the teams that are winning Super Bowls. Look at teams that are winning the Super Bowl. They're loaded with SEC players. They're loaded with SEC players. I mean, come on. Look at Seattle. Loaded with SEC players. The Philadelphia Eagles, loaded with SEC players. The Kansas City Chiefs, loaded with SEC players. I mean, facts. But like I said, congratulations on your little. You trying to play catch up. You got 4, we got 13 in the last 20, and then you can give Clemson some props. Some props for the other two or three. So,
Buckeye, keep that same energy till the end. I got you, little bro. I got you.
Okay, so let's go on into the Q&A.
I'm gonna say this right here.
Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna say that. Alpha, y'all only 10-7. Y'all on 3 games over 500 against the SEC team in bowl games.
And let me just say this. Let me just say this. Kirby ain't never lost to no Big Ten school. I can't speak for Auburn. I can't speak for Alabama. I can't speak for Tennessee and the rest of the SEC. But ain't no Big Ten school ever beat Georgia with Kirby as the head coach. Kirby ain't lost to no Big Ten school. I mean, Sniper, you want to Google? Fact check me right quick. Somebody want to fact check me? I'm going to be here for another hour and a half. Fact check me. Has Kirby ever lost as a head coach to a Big Ten school?
I'm gonna go ahead and stick with you on that one.
Guess what? Big Ten.
I don't remember him.
Big Ten.
No
Y'all got
Big
to lose. Mondo, Sniper. Guess what? The Big Ten got to lose a bowl bracket against Auburn. If you want to go down, Alpha.
No, but what I'm saying is, Kirby is the only Alpha. Kirby is the only head coach in the NIL era that has won back-to-back. Has Ryan Day won back-to-back? No. What Big Ten coach? Ain't no Big Ten coach won back-to-back national titles since goddamn Whitty Hayes. And that was like 60, 70 years ago. That's the last time a Big Ten school won back-to-back. Kirby has won back-to-back national championships in the last, 6 years? 5-6 years, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, and before we go to question and answers, hey, listen. Hey, Dubs, yeah, y'all. How is it now when when a team wins out of the Big Ten? It's the Big Ten won the championship. The Big Ten took it from us, but when y'all lose that jump, y'all something else, bro. I tell you.
Here listen, man. We're gonna go on with the program. They trolling. They talking. They don't even believe what either they drunk or they don't believe what the hell they saying or they just trolling. Dubs, you a USC fan. Y'all jumped ship from the Pac-10 because you couldn't win shit. You couldn't win that weak ass conference, so you ran to the damn Big Ten. And I doubt if you ever win that conference. You just been a Big Ten school for 5 minutes. Come on, pump your brakes, and go watch you some ESPN Classic of Pete Carroll and Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush. Okay. And Alpha, like I said, you can put all the goddamn data and all the stats you want in the chat. You're 0-3 against my Georgia Bulldogs. You ain't never beat Georgia. Michigan ain't beat Georgia in 75 years. And Penn State, the last time he beat Georgia, hell, I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade. When Herschel Walker was playing. Come on, man. Come on. But anyway, let's go on to this next topic. Alpha, congratulations on that. You won that. Is back when back during the 1920s and during Prohibition years. Yeah. If you want to count those. You want to count those national titles when y'all won during Prohibition. Hey, man, now it's been a lot of talk, and the way it looks, it looks like we're headed towards 24 teams. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit to this question. Okay, and Sniper, gonna start with you. Okay, because I know you didn't even want. I don't think you really wanted 4. Yeah, I think you was happy with the BCS thing, but when it went to 12, you clowned. I remember you had it out on the show when it went to 12. Now that it's going to 24, how do you feel about that? And what format and how would you govern this? What would you get rid of? Something got to go in order to pull this off. How would you govern this in order to pull this off a 2014 playoff format without it, running interference with the NFL playoffs?
Well, as you said, I debated about the 4. Then when it went to 8, I really lost my mind. And then it's now 24. First of all, when you do 24, can anybody name 24 teams that will make it a great competition to be in the playoffs? I think that if they do go 24, so I don't think it should go 24. That's just me. I think the weird is that right now, let's fix what we got before we start adding on. Because again, if you lose your, I believe if you lose your conference championship, which me and you have gone back and forth with on that, then that means that you're the number 2 team in your conference. You should have a spot. We should not be putting teams in just because of their name. Notre Dame get into a conference. So I don't think there's 24 teams on a given year that is worth getting into a playoffs just to get their backs blown out the first round. Because again, these conferences are set up differently. You can't take a Mountain Western team and say, "Oh, they won their conference, or they won undefeated, and we're going to put them in the playoffs," because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make every division happy. I think we should stay where we are. I think we should think that the league should just. I know, and it's going to bring revenue. It's going to bring more money in. People are going to watch it, but people get excited when it comes to. And for me personally, I get excited when I watch the conference championships game. And I know people are like, it doesn't mean anything. Well, if we keep adding teams to a playoff, it's definitely not going to mean anything. But I think 1 and 2 in your conference, you win it, you're going to get a higher seed. You lose it, you get a bottom seed. If there's a tiebreaker that needs to be done, then they had to figure out, like they did on Friday Night Lights, go flip a doggone coin. I don't care. But it needs to stay small so the best teams get in. And that's how I feel. But yeah, 24, I think that's way too much. You're getting greedy. Because now you're 24, that means that you're going to get more money. And now the NIL deal is going to go up, and this is going to go up. And no, I think keep it where it's at. Fix what you got, and let's move on from it.
Okay, so so you made it clear you are against 2014, a 2014 playoff format.
Yes, sir.
You're totally against it. Okay, so it looks like it's going to happen, Sniper. If it don't happen in 2027, it's definitely going to happen in 2028. So when it does happen, put yourself in the commissioners, because they're going to elect a commissioner. They're going to hire a commissioner to govern all of this. So say if you're the commissioner, how would you, what are you getting rid of, and what are you adding to make it happen, a 2014 playoff, and to keep the tournament within the month of January? What are you getting rid of, and what are you adding? Because it's turning into a tournament. It ain't a playoff no more. It's going to be a tournament.
And it's just like the WNCAA basketball. You put all these schools in, and 95% of them don't even make it to Sweet 16. But if they do go to a 24 team playoffs, I think going ahead and starting the year off playing a ranked team. Get rid of these cupcakes, because the only thing we're doing is paying them to play us. When Southern comes to us, we give them $3 million to come play us, to get their backs blown out. All right, I know it's a confidence builder, but hey, the best way to do is go and play those players that put their pants on the same way you do, who got the same talent that you do. So I think if you get rid of those 3 games and start conference play or start out of conference play with a ranked opponent in your division, I think that will make and then play your 9, then that would make it shorter. You could still have your conference game. I don't think that the conference game brings in revenue just like any other game. The SEC conference game brings in money. It was one of the most watched football game throughout the year. So I
know you like the conference games, brother, but it's going to be impossible to keep it.
Well, if you get rid of those three, if you get rid of those cupcake games, you can still if you get rid of those cupcake games and stop playing Georgia Southern and playing Georgia State and go and get a Indiana, going to get a Ohio State, going to get a Oregon out of your division and play those in there, because they mean something more than playing the Georgia State. So now that you're playing a team that means something more, because it puts you in the rankings, or it takes you out of the rankings. So you get rid of those, and that's a week. That's 2 weeks right there that is gone. And now you can have your
so if you're doing that, so you're saying beef up the schedules. So if you beef up the schedules and you keep everything the same, what you're basically doing is creating rematches in the playoffs. And you're still let's just say if Auburn is 7-5, they could slide in on a 24 playoff team format, or Iowa, a 75 Iowa team, or a 75 Illinois team. They can slide in the playoffs. It's not prevent what the problem that you have with the playoffs. It's not going to stop it, Sniper. What you're creating, what your suggestion is, you're creating rematches. If Georgia and Ohio State kick off the season, if they're playing each other in the regular season, okay, and they both are like 10-2 or 11-1 at the end of the season, they're going to the playoffs, and 9 times out of 10 they can end up meeting again. So you're creating rematches in the playoffs, but it's not solving the issue that you have with it being a 2014 playoff, because you're still going to have some 7-5 teams. You're going to have some probably a 6-6 team in the playoff.
But here's the deal, though. I think when they're doing this 24-team playoff, I think they're doing that because you do have teams that go 10-2 and don't make it in the playoffs. That's it. That's what they're trying to do, is to make it. If your team, or whatever division you're in, whatever conference you're in, and you go 10-2, you won't miss out like the previous year, because somebody beat a team that's better than the teams you beat. I think that is that's what they're doing this thing to make it a McDonald's tournament, like you said. Everybody's happy. I think that's the reason why I want to get away from it. I want to stop talking about it, just stay where it's at, and just, if your team is the best, we want the best teams in. We just don't want to roll dice and throw teams in.
I'm gonna say this right here.
Okay, D Truth. What would you do?
FC has been doing. I'm going to 24. Tell you why. The FC has been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years.
Oh, man,
and some of the FCS schools had been.
They just went to 24 a couple of years.
They've been doing more.
They've been doing more than us. They've been doing more than us, but they just went to 24.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And think about it. We got 47 bowl games. That's including 11 for the playoff, and 36 for bowl game. Take 24 of them 47 bowl games, make them a playoff games for you to advance. That's all you got to do. You still get your conference game. You still gonna keep your conference game. Take 24 of them 47 bowl games, which is due to the playoff. Take 24 of them, make them a playoff game. Not just a bowl game, make them a bowl game. Because, like you said, no matter how you look at it, there are going to be some teams that get it that aren't supposed to be in there, but who to say? Who they play? That team they play might have a bad night. They might wind up an upset. I'm for it. I'm for the chaos. Because when they went to the playoff, it's been chaos ever since they went to the playoffs. Let's face it. 14, 18, 16 teams, it'd be a chaos. Who belongs, who deserve to be there, who don't deserve to be there, it'd be chaos ever since the playoffs started, right?
And I think you still gonna have some chaos. You're gonna have a situation where the 25th and the 26th team is gonna have an argument. You're gonna have some drama. You're gonna have a. Let's just say if it's a situation where Auburn is 7. Let's just say if it's a situation where Auburn is 7-5, and Northwestern is 7-5. And they put Northwestern in over Auburn. How would you feel about that?
See, I like Sniper idea. You know how Auburn plays a Power 4, Power 5 school every year? Take 2 of them 3 games that's not a conference game. Take 2 of them. You got to play a Power 4 school. When the 2014 playoff
that ain't solving the issue. That ain't solving the issue that Sniper has. Sniper wants. Let me tell you what Sniper wants. Sniper wants the playoffs to be loaded with teams that are 10-2, 11-1, maybe 1 or 2 9-3 teams sprinkled in there. What y'all are suggesting is not going to solve the problem, man. You're still going to get some teams in there with 5 losses.
I ain't talking about
what you're doing is creating better matchups in the regular season. What you're basically doing is creating the NFL Junior, an NFL Junior League, where you got some marquee matchups in the regular season that we would normally see in the playoffs. Yeah. And that ain't solving what y'all, the issues that we've spoken about behind on the back end. That ain't solving the issue.
See, I don't want to solve it. I don't want to solve it. I love the chaos. Because I look like right there. And then you got to go into let's just say team got the same kind of record. Who have you played? They're coming to play. Who have you played? See what I'm saying? That comes from the play. Who have you played? Did you play it about worth? If they still in the top 25 or they not, whatever, what the record of the conference, that goes into it. We already know none of this whatever we're talking about is not going to solve it. Ever since the playoff, it never solved it.
Yeah, but what?
Ain't nothing solved it. Yeah,
you don't want
namesake like Notre Dame. See, like what they don't put out there now about Notre Dame. Oh. It kind of seems like they put out there they automatically get in the playoff. Don't it seem that way? For how I read it? How the hell you gonna get? How the hell you gonna give Notre Dame a spot in a playoff?
Even if you put Notre Dame in the Big Ten, even if you put Notre Dame in the Big Ten or the ACC, if you put Notre Dame in the ACC, and Notre Dame could easily come out and say, okay, we're gonna play a ACC schedule. We're gonna align with the ACC, and they can shut a lot of mouths. And I think it would be a 2-man race, a 2-man horse race with Miami and Notre Dame every year. So that would guarantee them at least a runner-up spot in the ACC. And hold on, let me finish. And they would get in regardless. I think they would have a better chance of getting in if they join the ACC. Now, with the new rule, where they're treating Notre Dame as they're their own conference. All they have to do is win 9 games, and they're guaranteed to get in. But here's the kicker: they're going to be traveling a lot. They're going to be going on the road. They're not going to get home games. They're not going to get home games, and they're damn sure not going to ever get a bye, which can come in handy. You know, if you're in a situation where you lose a player in the last week of the season,
I'm going to say this right here,
and they need like 4 weeks to recover.
They basically play ACC schedule. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they play ACC schedule, but they're not competing for the championship in the ACC. Let me give you my suggestion. Let me give you my suggestion. Okay. Number one, I know, Sniper, I know you ain't gonna like this, but the conference championships gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. There's no room for it. Number two, instead of starting the season Labor Day weekend, I would start the season like around maybe like the 20th, the 19th or the 20th, start the college football season around that time. Okay, because the reason is the month of January needs to be reserved for college football. We need to crown a champion in the month of January. The way y'all trying to keep the conference championship game in, the damn national championship going to be played on the last weekend of January or maybe the first Saturday in February. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want it dragging out that long. So the conference championships got to go. Bring back divisions in all the conferences. Bring back divisions. The top 4 teams. So you got four power 4 conferences, okay? That number one, the group of 5 need their own tournament. Create something. Call it the NIT college football playoff something. They need their own playoffs. Let them go on their way and have their own playoffs. The Power 4 needs to have their own playoffs. So you bring back divisions. Instead of having 2 divisions in the Big 10 and the SEC and the ACC and the Big 12, you have 4 divisions. A East Division, a West Division, a Central Division, and a South Division in all 4 conferences. And the division winners, the top 4 division winners go to the playoffs. The team with the best record, what the Big 12 used to do before they had a conference championship game, the team with the best record, the best overall record, you crown them the conference champions. Hell, that's what the SEC used to do. That's what the Big Ten was doing. I think the hell they didn't start having Big Ten championship games until what, 2012, 2013 or something like that. There were some years that it made no sense, Sniper, to have a SEC championship game. 2022 made no damn sense. We beat the brakes off LSU that year. And when LSU in 2019, they were clearly the best team with the best record. It was a waste of time having them to play Georgia for the SEC championship game, knowing damn well they were the better team with a better record. I'm going to give you another year. Out in 2015, Alabama and Florida. Come on, man. Florida had, 3-4 losses? Bama was undefeated. It was a waste of time. 2010, Auburn, undefeated. South Carolina had, 3 losses? It was a waste of time. There were some years, man, that the SEC championship, the conference championship game was just, it was irrelevant. So I would bring back divisions. The 4 division winners go to the playoffs. The team with the best record, out of the four divisional champions, you crown them the conference champion. And that's your 2014 playoff. 8 times 4, that's 24. Now you got a competitive playoff because you got 4 divisional winners competing for the damn national championship game versus having a 7-5 team that don't deserve to be in there, or a 6-6 team that don't deserve to be in there. That's handpicked by the damn committee, and that wipes out the committee. The suggestion that I'm making, that you don't need no committee. You don't need no committee. Another thing I would suggest, every conference need to do what the Big 10 has done. Expand to 20 teams. The SEC needs to, we at 16 now, the SEC needs to add on 4 more. I think the ACC is already at 20, and the Big 12 need to expand to 20. All 4 Power 4 conferences need to expand to 20 teams in order for that to work. So you expand to 20 teams, you got enough to divide the conference up in 4 divisions. Start the season a little earlier in August. Have your 4 divisional winners to play it, and that's your playoff.
But like I said,
let me give you some pushback on
that. Is, right? I'm telling you what the problem is with that right there. I'm telling you what the problem is. All right, you got 4 divisions in each conference, right? 2 divisions gonna wind up playing each. Two divisions gonna wind up playing each other. All right, you got 2 teams got the same overall record. Then who crown the conference championship? That's a problem, right? Okay. Like I said, with take 24 or the bowl games that you got 47 of, use them as a playoff game. You still keep your conference game. It don't matter who gets in there. Look, a team might have injury coming in the playoff. So your team might play the first game of a bowl game in the playoff, and your team might be hurt. And that team that might be 75, 66, whatever, for some reason they 66, 75, it might not be because of the play. It might be because of certain injuries. And they might wind up being that big team. That everybody right there might win. You see what I'm saying? I like the chaos. I love the chaos of playoff.
I don't mind the chaos, man. Playing the national championship game in late January and running it all the way possibly into February, that makes no sense, man. You taking away the tradition of college football. I'm trying to design a way where the thing could be settled by New Year's Day or the week after New Year's. Go ahead, Sniper.
Let me ask you a question, Mondo. And this goes for the chat, D-True. Who watches the Pop-Tart Bowl?
I would get rid of that crap.
Okay. Who watches the Fiesto Pick Your Toes Award?
Nobody watches that mix. Okay. I don't watch it.
If we limit some of these bowl games that nobody watches, and it's only a consolation award, then we can lessen we can play the playoff games during that time instead of instead of keeping going all the way out there, because that's one thing. 2, the second thing, I got a question for you. Yeah, I remember those games about about the conference championship, and there shouldn't have been a game at this point. There should have been a game at this point, but you're still doing the same thing. If you have 4 conferences in each, or 4 divisions of each conference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, say you have like a conference, and let's just stay with the SEC because that's what we've known. If you have Vanderbilt at their conference, and all of them go 7-5.
Just like we did back in the days, it's a tiebreaker system. Even in the NFL, every sport there's a tiebreaker system. Sniper, the NFL there's a tiebreaker system. There was a year, remember 2005, with Michael Vick, Tampa Bay and Atlanta dead even, both finished 8-8. But Tampa Bay won the division based off a tiebreaker system. They won more NFC games than Atlanta. I think we tied 1, and Tampa won 1. And that's how they edged us out for the division title. And they went to the playoffs, and we sat at home. Tiebreaker system, brother. You were just talking about flipping coins 30 minutes ago.
I would just say. But my thing is that when we go to 24, is basically saying your record doesn't mean anything. Because, again, there's going to be a team that's going to be they're going to win their division, but they're the most horrible team in college football. They just happen to squeak by and beating a North Carolina, happen to beat an at NC State, happen to beat a Vanderbilt, or I'm not can't even say Vanderbilt because they on the uprise, but going out and beating, having it where Utah, who went 8-5 or 7-5 and can't and get into the playoffs, and this is a waste of space. I love watching playoff games too. Don't get me wrong. I love watching playoff games, but let's keep it simple. Instead of, are we going 24 to make this division happy because 2 years ago they didn't make it in because of this, that, and the third.
I mean, I agree with you, brother, but I'm just, it's gonna happen.
I know you're saying it's coming.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I hate the idea of a 2014 playoff. I hate that idea. I was good.
I'm saying this right here.
Before, be honest with you.
I'm saying this. Yeah, I'm saying this right here. When the AP, the social, the AP and all the polls that was out before we got to the playoffs, it was controversial, right? Mm-hmm. Got to the committee, the computer picking the team. It was controversy, right? So guess what? It's not going. I'm gonna say this: no matter how they do it, it's gonna be some kind of controversy, and somebody ain't gonna be happy.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a given right there. Let's go on to the next question. I'm gonna start with you, D. True. Your surprise dark horse team for 2026 is.
No, after the fact I rode with Indiana, guess what? I'm going with another Big Ten team. And Illinois, don't be surprised because it was up and coming last year. They're going to be the dark horse in the Big Ten.
Okay. You're right about Indiana. He hit that on the nail. He hit it on the nail by Indiana last year. He said Indiana was going to come back and probably win it all. So he's picking Illinois. He's going one state over. He's going one state over. He's picking Illinois.
Shut-town. Champagne. Sniper.
As much controversy as around this team, they finished strong last year. I'm going to say Texas Tech's Red Raiders. And watch out for them.
I like that pick. I like that. That was my second team right there. So, hey, I love that pick.
Yeah. Now, you're talking about a damn good coach. You're talking about a coach that's going to have a program in the mix every year. That Texas Tech head coach, everywhere he's gone, he won. He was like the Nick Saban of high school football down there in Texas. That's how big that guy is, a winner. So that's a damn good pick. Both of y'all, I like both of your picks.
Yeah.
I'm going to come down below the Mason-Dixon line. I'm going to come down below the Mason-Dixon line. I'm going to come down south. And my dark horse team. And I hate to say this. I really do. I hate to say this. There's going to be some Georgia fans upset with me when I say this.
You see how I'm looking at you, right?
Hey, Sniper, I got to say it, man.
Don't let it come out your mouth.
Hey man.
Oh, we talked about this. Oh boy.
Man, them dudes down there in that swamp, man. I'm losing I'm a little nervous about them. I am. Hold up, man. Hey, man, let me land the plane. Never in my lifetime, since I've been alive, since I've been in this world, have we ever won 6 in a row against them. I haven't seen it in my lifetime. Now, maybe it happened back in the Charlie Trippi days or back in the Fran Tarkenton days. This didn't even happen during the Herschel Walker era in the 80s. We never won 6 in a row. I never saw it with my own eyes. Oh, man. Their only question mark, their only flaw, Sniper. Now, previous years, they had a ton of flaws. They only got one little flaw. And from what I'm hearing, bro, I think they got that plugged in. That old line. If that old line, if they block for them 2 stud running backs that they got, if they give the quarterback time to throw that ball with them damn receivers, them elite receivers that they got down there right now, if they put up points, if that offense can produce and bring the intensity that I know that damn defense is going to bring, they're going to be a problem. They are going to be a problem. That's my dark horse. I'm not saying they're going to win it all, brother, but I don't be surprised if they in the mix for the playoffs.
If you gave me a second one, I would say Oklahoma.
I don't really look at them as a dark horse, man, because they've been knocking on the door. They've been knocking on the door, man. They just choked in the second half last year, man.
But they haven't put their foot through the door yet. They still knocking.
Yeah, they knocking. Yeah, they knocking, man. They've been knocking on the door, man, since 2015. Oklahoma been knocking on doors since 2015. They can't win a playoff game. They're the Cincinnati Bengals. They're Marvin Lewis and the Cincinnati Bengals. They can't win a damn playoff game. Good as hell. Talent all up and down the roster. Elite defense. Just, man, they can't win a damn playoff game, man. But we'll see, man.
I see you, common sense. Arkansas, hey, you might be onto something there too. We're gonna write that down. Arkansas has been, but they hit that portal hard too.
Last year, they was one of my dark horses. Yeah. All right, the next one. The Big Ten is the best football conference right now. Yes or no? I'm going to take this one. They're not the best. They're the most successful conference right now. They're winning right now, but they're not the best. You're the best when you load in the NFL. When you put more players in the NFL, when you start putting more players in the NFL than the SEC, then I'm going to crown you the best. When you win 5 and 6 national titles in a row, then I crown you. 3 in a row, hell no, I ain't giving you that.
As of today, I'm gonna say they're not the best. I agree with you. They're the most talented. They're a talented conference right now. But I also want to say that, just like you said, when you have one after another, and it could be different teams in the conference that win a national championship or threaten to win the national championship, then I think they still got some room to grow. Because at one point, it was just mentioned that the only name that's mentioned out of the Big Ten was Ohio State. That's the only team that people talked about for the last couple of years is Ohio State.
And Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah. And Michigan won. Mm-hmm. But But for a couple years back, if you remember correctly, it was just SEC and the ACC. Nobody talked about the Big Ten, even before the merger. So, are they the best conference? No, they're not. Just because Ohio State won and Michigan won, they still got some room to grow.
And Alpha talking about the bowl games. I'm not counting bowl games because the bowl games, you got a lot of SEC players. SEC players don't play in bowl games. If it's not a playoff game, they're opting out. Where the Big Ten, those players gonna play in bowl games because then 9 times out of 10 they ain't going to damn NFL anyway. So they gonna play in their bowl games. They're gonna play in their bowl games. So if Bama don't make the playoffs, they're gonna have like 20, 30 players opting out of their bowl game. Same thing with Georgia. Same thing with Tennessee. Same thing with Florida. They're gonna opt out. LSU, the whole damn near half of the team gonna opt out. The juniors and seniors, they're gonna opt out and get ready for the draft. So I don't count the bowl games. And as far as head to head in the playoffs, let me think. Tennessee was overrated. Okay. Bama was hit with injuries. I'm not making excuses. It's a fact. Bama had like a dozen players either hurt or out with injuries when they lost to Indiana. What other head-to-head you talking about? What other head-to-head you talking about? Because
I already gave the
when it came down. Now you want to talk about head-to-head? See, I'm a Georgia fan. See, you want to incorporate conferences, Alpha, but ain't there one of your Big Ten teams beat my Georgia Bulldogs? When we got y'all in the playoffs,
Our Georgia Bulldogs.
We beat y'all ass in the playoffs, and we blew Michigan's ass out in the playoffs. And when we played Penn State in the bowl game, we beat the brakes off their ass in the bowl game. So the top 3 programs in the Big Ten, traditionally, the top 3 teams in the Big Ten, the top 3 programs in the Big Ten, Kirby owned them. Kirby owned James Franklin's ass. He beat Ryan Day's ass, and he beat Jim Harbaugh's ass, dragged him in Miami, up and down that damn field, bro. So I'm a Georgia fan. All right, I'm a Georgia fan. Like I said, I can't speak for the rest of the SEC, but ain't now one of y'all beat Kirby. Okay? Now one of y'all beat Kirby. Kirby owns the Big Ten. He ain't never lost to the Big Ten. Never. Never lost to the Big Ten. Oh, yeah, Oregon. Beat the brakes off Oregon. But we beat Oregon's ass, I think, a couple of times. Auburn whooped Oregon's ass. Man, come on, man. Come on, bro. Stop it.
D-Truth.
I'm gonna say this right here. They might be. I'm here. They might have they got the players, but right now, yeah, since Indiana got the title, yes, that what make them the best football conference right now because of Indiana, right? I'm looking at that at whole, but overall, despite from bowl game, overall town records, SC, whatever. Let's look at how many players the Big Ten had put in the playoff versus the SEC, or put in the NFL versus the SEC.
Yeah, I'd already mentioned that.
No comparison.
We ain't gonna win. It ain't no comparison.
Ain't no comparison.
It ain't even no damn comparison.
You want to look at overall record? I'm going to say this. Auburn is 12-12 and 2 against the Big Ten. 8-7 against the Big 8-6 against the Big Ten in bowl games. So the Big Ten only what got 3 games over 500 against the SEC.
Well, like I said,
you want to look at that?
When it comes to
so guess
when
what?
When it comes to my Georgia Bulldogs,
Our Georgia Bulldogs.
our Georgia Bulldogs. And it ain't against Northwestern and Purdue and Rutgers. We beat Ohio State's ass, Michigan's ass, Penn State's ass, and Oregon's ass. The Big Four. We beat the Big Four. We beat y'all's ass. We beat all four of you. Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. Ain't now one of them ever beat Kirby since he been on the sidelines in Georgia. Okay? Next question. Start out with you, Sniper. Start out with you, Sniper. You came close last year, bro. You picked Miami. Let's see how close you get this year. See if you on the nail. Blank will win the 2026 College Football National Championship.
I'm not saying this because I'm a homer. I've been watching. I've been listening. And again, not because I'm a homer, but I think my dogs will win it this year. We got too much coming back. We got some. I know our one question is our receiving core, but I think that's going to be polished up before the beginning of the season. I know most people having a question about Bobo. He's on a different wavelength this year. I think him and Kirby sat down and figured out that they got players they can use all the way around. We still have the best running back core right now. I just think that Georgia is too talented, and on that defensive side, I think that Glenn Schumer will have this defense back where it used to be. So again, not picking because I'm a homer, because I'm an analyst right now. I'm taking my Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay. All right, Rusty Manziel. That's exactly who you sounded like. You sound like Rusty Manziel.
That's a hard one, but I got two teams right. I actually got three.
You was correct in 20. You picked the right one last year.
Don't be surprised. Illinois, Texas Tech, and I know everybody gonna think I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm not a homer either. Don't be surprised at all because that defense is coming back. That what kept them in the ball game last year. DJ Dirk is still on the sideline. Hey, anything can happen. Then my three picks right there. Don't be surprised.
But like you did last, like you came on here last year on the kickoff show and you picked one team, you broke it down to one team. We ain't talking about hope. We ain't talking about hope, bro. We talking about who?
I ain't talking about hope either. I ain't talking about hope either.
Last year, these were your words. These were your words. Indiana got everybody coming back, and they just brought Mendoza in. I think then you changed it. You said, I know they're going to win it this year. So who you got?
What you think I'm saying now? What you think I'm saying now? I got three of them. So I got three. And they all my dogs to win it on. What's wrong with that?
Mr. Right, Banks, so stop the cat. Mr. Banks, stop the king.
Okay, man. Hey, man. Look, man. Just like the late great Jesse used to say, keep hope alive, brother. All right, man. Sniper, let me ask you a question, man. All right, so you know one thing about man living in the ATL, man, you see a lot of people, man, with nice luxury vehicles on the road. You've seen a lot of them, right?
Oh yeah, see them all the time.
Now, have you ever seen a situation, man, where you saw somebody in a nice luxury vehicle, a Benz or a BMW or a Porsche, and they look like they couldn't handle it. They could afford it, but they look like they have no business behind the wheel of a damn Porsche or a Corvette or a damn Maybach.
Facts.
Okay. I feel that way about our two key assistants, Mike Bobo and Glenn Schumer. They got the talent. They both have Porsches in their garage. The problem is, bro, they don't know what the hell to do with it. They don't know what the hell. Mike Bobo, man, his play caller, man, when Mike Bobo with his play caller, man, with the bright lights on, he got all that talent in the world. Hold up for a minute, man. He got all that talent in the world, man, don't know what to damn do with it. He got all that 5-star talent, bro, but he'll quit to call a goddamn bubble screen. But here's the problem with that. For the first time since Kirby has been at Georgia, he's going into a season with no gadget guy. When he first got to Georgia, he had Isaiah McKenzie, the joystick. Then he had McCole Hartman. Then in comes Kyrus Jackson. Then in comes Arian Smith. Then in comes
Bell.
No, white chocolate.
Oh, Cash? No.
No, not Cat. The one with Brock Bowers.
McConkey.
Well, to me, I think was the greatest gadget receiver we ever had at the University of Georgia in my lifetime. Like I said, I can't speak for the Charlie Trippett days because I wasn't around back then. Then we get blessed with Branch last year. Out of the blue, surprise, out of the portal. Branch. Sniper. For the first time in years, we have no gadget guy, bro. Who is the gadget guy coming into this season? I mean, you might know something I don't know. You might know something I don't know. Who's our gadget guy? Because you know Mr. Bubble Screens is going to be calling. He's going to call more bubble screen plays than any other coordinator in college football this season. But there's no gadget guy. Who's the gadget guy this year? We have none. Can't think of that.
Yeah.
Everybody we have is vertical. C.J. Wiley, vertical. Taylor, vertical. Elias Williams, vertical. London Humphrey, vertical. Everybody's vertical. The guy we got from Georgia Tech, vertical. Everybody is vertical. They'll tag you up over the top. You're gonna see some big plays this year over the top, but we have no gadget guy. So Mike Bobo is gonna have to do something he ain't done since 2012 with Aaron Murray. He's gonna have to call some damn plays down the field. He's gonna have to go back to the old Mike Bobo that was on the sideline or in the booth for Mark Richt. He's going to have to go back to that Mike Bobo in order to pull off what you talking about. Now let's go to Glenn Schumer. He don't like the blitz, my brother. He don't like the blitz. He'll play conservative, zone. He don't like to play press coverage in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, but he come out in the damn fourth quarter and he turned from Glenn Schumer to Buddy Ryan. Blitzing damn near on every down in the fourth quarter. But the problem is, what if you're in a damn situation you behind by 2 touchdowns? Then it's too late. He ain't aggressive. Nowhere near aggressive like Dan Lannon was. Nowhere near aggressive. Hell, he ain't aggressive as Mel Tucker was.
I got a name for you.
That's what I'm saying.
I couldn't think of his name, but I got a name for you. A red
Don't
shirt.
say Sokoba White. He's vertical.
White Hilton?
Sokoba White vertical.
He's a slot receiver. He He's one of the fastest we got on the team. I couldn't think of his
T.Y.
name.
Hilton.
White Hilton. I think he's going to be. He can fill in that spot. That's just my prediction.
Yeah, but how will he? You know, man, the gadget guy. You got to be somebody, man, that know that a freshman. I don't know, man. I don't know because every freshman struggled the first year in the system.
Who you think? Who think gonna win the national championship this year?
All right, let me go ahead and give you my pick, man. All right, the team that I think they got the cakewalk in the regular season, and they're gonna finally win a conference championship. And the team I think is the most loaded team in it this year, and I think they'll go undefeated doing it. Miami Hurricanes. That's my pick. Miami Hurricanes. They're the most loaded team this year.
Nice.
On defense, huh?
Nice pick.
Yeah, Miami Hurricanes. Now the
nice
dark
pick.
horse. Yeah, thank you. Now the dark horse. My dark horse would be. I ain't gonna necessarily call them a dark horse, but I could see one of the three teams winning it. Miami would be number one, my first choice. Miami, Texas, Ohio State. And don't be surprised if you have a scenario where Ohio State and Texas play twice this year. Once in the regular season in September and in the playoffs in December. Now, a lot of you are wondering, damn, Mondo, why you ain't picking Georgia? We lost our best pass rusher on the roster, Amarius Williams, the kid we got from Auburn. He's done for the season. Dowdell, our bell cow back guy that I think would have been, he's tall girly like. He could beat you out the backfield. He could catch, run, catch, block. He was a do-it-all type of back. We lost him on a four-wheeler accident. He went home to Mississippi, got into an accident. We lost him. So we're back to square one in the backfield. Bowens, Peanut, and Nate Frazier. Now, I think the wild card would be Bo Walker. If Bo Walker steps up and play the way that I think he should play, then I think that backfield is going to be nice. But it goes back to Mike Bobo. Look, man, I'm not a Mike Bobo hater. I like Mike Bobo. I just play calling, man, getting you to a national championship, man. He's not. He just don't have that Tar Monken like mentality where he go for the jugular, the creativity that Tar Monken had. He just don't have that. He just don't have it. So, my dark horse, a team that nobody's talking about, would be Notre Dame. They're loaded. They are loaded, and nobody's talking about them.
I think nobody's talking about Notre Dame is because of what the comments that that their coach made last year towards the end, like they was the best thing since sliced bread, and they kind of been a little blackball. And again, people are still looking at Notre Dame as though get into a conference and play teams instead of just being a drifter out here. So Notre Dame is going to get into the playoffs, like you said, regardless. They could be 1-13 or 1-12, and somehow, some way, they're going to be like, hey, you know, we promised Notre Dame to be in the playoffs, so there you go. So people kind of like blackball Notre Dame a little bit off of the comments last year, and it's just the way that they're a talented team. They're loaded.
They are loaded,
but
it's loaded, bro.
I think that nobody's really talking about them because of the situation that they're in.
Well, that and they don't have that star power like they had with Jeremiah Love. They don't have a Love coming back. They don't have the star power like Ohio State Jeremiah Smith, like Alabama with Ryan Williams. People talk about Bama because of Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams just had a kid. Congratulations. Just had a kid. And they expected him to put up big numbers. Jeremiah Smith is a Heisman candidate. Arch Manning is a Heisman candidate. Gunnar Stockton is in the Heisman conversation. That star power, that big name. Notre Dame don't have that, but they're flying under the radar with a loaded roster. Watch out for them. Right? Watch out for them. If Miami lose a game and I'm wrong, if Miami don't go 13-0 and they end up 12-1, it'll be because of Notre Dame.
I like that. I can agree with that.
Hey, no, they already playing the ACC schedule in the doggone way, so might as well go join the doggone conference. But just see the thing. I see that they don't want a thing that Notre Dame do not want to lose is that I'm going to say it. They play on NBC, right? No, they don't team to play on NBC. They own their own channel, so they don't want to lose that. That's what I'm thinking. Why they ain't joining actually outright join the ACC in football.
Okay. Blank will win the Heisman Trophy, Sniper, in 2026.
Oh. I'm going to give it to that young man out of Ohio State. As much as it's hurting me to say it, Mr. Jeremy Smith himself. He's I think, all in all, the best player in college football right now. If they give him, if he has the opportunity to go out there and catch every pass, and every play, he can do it. He's going to get you yards. He's the most talented player right now in college football, of all of college football as of today. So I'm saying Jeremiah Smith.
I'm going to go ahead and say I don't get me wrong, I like Texas, but I don't like Texas. Much. I'm going to give it to Archer Manning. He got a receiver core, he got running back, and he know the offense now. So I got to give it to Arch. Mondo.
Y'all just love taking the easy route. Y'all just love taking the easy.
Yeah.
I'm going totally different here. I think right school Sniper, wrong player. Jeremiah Smith is going to get double teamed a lot, and that's going to free up Chris Henry Jr., the son of the late, great Chris Henry from the early 2000s. I think that free up Chris Henry Jr., and he's going to make some big plays for Ohio State. Julian Sand. In the second half of that Miami game, man, he showed some heart. He showed some damn heart. Bo Jackson's going to have a good year. He definitely going to have 1,000-yard season. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But Julian Sand, man, in the second half of that damn Cotton Bowl, man, that boy came out there and showed some heart because they were tearing him up in that first half, man. They were putting him through the turf in the first. He came out there in that second half and he showed some heart. And I think it's going to carry over. If they go down to Austin and beat Texas, it'll be because of him putting up over 300-yard passing, 3-4 touchdowns. It will have to be a shootout. For Ohio State to beat Texas, they will have to win in a shootout. And if they win in a shootout, Julian saying, and in the talks, it's gonna start spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. Jeremiah Smith is maybe the preseason, but if Ohio State go down there and pull off that win, they are gonna need that kid to put up 300-yard passing, 3-4 touchdowns. He's gonna have to duel Arch Manning, play for play. He's one of my candidates, and the other one is Darren Mensah for Miami. Look, man, look what he did at Duke. Look what he did at Duke now. Look what he did at Duke. They won the ACC won the ACC championship. I think the first ACC title since 1989, when Steve Spurrier was the head coach at Duke. That was almost 40 years ago. So, hey man, Darren Mensah, he's a dark horse. Julian Sands a dark horse too. I'm going with the two dark horses. Y'all's two picks are too obvious, man. You know the obvious don't always pan out, man. The obvious, man. Who's talking about Mendoza? Who's talking about Mendoza?
But we all said a couple of years ago.
You already know. Go ahead.
And that was an obvious pick, and guess what happened?
Who?
Devontae Smith. We all knew that was
he wasn't my obvious pick. I had Waddle.
Well,
I had Waddle. And remember now, if Waddle wouldn't have got hurt, and you said this yourself, Sniper, if Waddle wouldn't have got hurt, and I think it was against us, when we played him, when we played him that Saturday night, he got hurt in the fourth quarter against us. If Waddle wouldn't have went down with that injury, Waddle would have won the damn Heisman, not Devontae Smith. Because it was Waddle.
I'm gonna ask this question. How about
Smith
CJ Carr
and Mechie? Waddle was the number one, Smith was number two, and John Mechie was the number 3 receiver. They were loaded that year, but Waddle was the man. Y'all forgetting what Waddle did in that damn Iron Bowl the previous year in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Ryan Williams is another. Go ahead, man. You on delay or something, did you? Go ahead.
Yeah, you definitely on delay.
I talk about CJ Carr. Yeah. I talk about CJ Carr for Notre Dame. He's one of the top prospect in the Heisman Trophy candidacy right now.
Yeah, that's preseason.
Nobody talk about him. But Sel Reed and Lenore Sellers, nobody talking about them. Yeah, I know, but we already know how preseason go.
Well, let me just speak on Lenore Sellers. He ain't getting nowhere near the house. He ain't getting nowhere near New York. CJ Carr. Let me explain to you why I didn't pick CJ Carr. True, because Notre Dame's backfield is going to be so lethal, and that offensive line is going to be so stacked. I think they're going to beat people on the ground. They're going to suffocate teams on the ground. They're going to wear teams down on the ground, shorten the game. They're going to put their opponents in phone booths this year. It ain't going to be nothing like last year where they throwing the ball down the field. No. They're going back to what they were doing 2 years ago. They're going to beat you on the ground. Remember what I always say. Sniper. Wars are fought in the air, but they're eventually won on the ground. They are eventually won on the ground, man. So, That's the only reason why I'm not picking CJ Carr. But I will say this, though. I will say this. I think the kid has a great future. Not saying that he couldn't win it next year. And I do think he's a future first rounder.
Oh, no doubt.
I think he's definitely a future first rounder. NFL first round draft pick. No doubt. No doubt. So we've come with some pretty good picks for the Heisman. Salute to you, Ren Rock.
What's up, Ren Rock? So, what? Name a team that's going to fall off in it. Or let me just do it like this, and this goes for the chat also. Who is getting fired this year as a head coach?
Man, with what Bama got coming back, man, I'm gonna say anything short of a playoff. I don't see the board coming back.
I gotta agree with you.
But I gotta agree with you. Yeah, they loaded, man. Bama's loaded.
Yeah,
Bama loaded, man. They got two damn good ass running backs coming in. Their defense is elite. They got the best secondary. That entire secondary, first rounders. The safeties and the DBs, first rounders. Hands down. There's no excuse. And they got a good kicker. That's something Saban never had. Look, man, there's no damn excuse, man. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, bro.
Hey, when the last time Bama actually had a good kicker?
Never.
Reichert was pretty good. Even though he missed, look, man, he had a hell of a game against us in that national championship game. But remember, Jalen Carter blocked the kick. He didn't miss the kick. He blocked. Ain't nothing you can do about that, man. Hey, if somebody block your damn kick, ain't damn thing you can do about it. Here, Adam Vinatieri, one of the greatest NFL kickers of all time, in my opinion. And you know, some of his kicks got blocked. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Nothing. But they got a good kicker. They got a damn good punter. They are stacked on defense. And that secondary is a no-fly zone. Good luck trying to pass the ball on Bama this year. Good luck with that. You better, in order to beat Bama, you better have a running game. You better have a damn running game. You ain't gonna be able to throw the ball on them. That's how damn good that secondary is. But man, if they don't get in the playoffs this year, man, he gone, man. There's no damn excuse, man. That he got world-class talent coming back. There's no damn excuse. No excuse.
Bama boy said Mike Novell or Shane Beamer.
Shane
I can see Mike Novell before Shane Beamer.
Man, Mike Novell, they got him locked into a contract. Then they give him like a 10-year extension. When they went undefeated, they stuck. Florida State stuck. They gave him like a 10-year extension. Because remember, Bama wanted him. Bama, as a matter of fact, he was about to get on a plane to come to Tuscaloosa. And the AD offered them a 10-year extension. They stuck. That was just in 2023, Sniper. They stuck. They stuck with him. Shane Beamer, yeah, I don't think he might be gone. He might get the James Franklin treatment. He may not even make it. He may not even make it to the end of the season, man. For real. He may not even be there by the end of the season.
D-Truth, who you got?
I got it. I gotta go with Shane Beamer. He did that at South Carolina because if he was at Virginia Tech, he'd have been fired. We know that, right? And Kalen LeBoy, what he got coming back, bro, he better do something. He better do something because if he don't, because it was already talked about getting rid of him this year, wasn't it?
Last year.
No, I think that was the fan base.
He didn't talk. So you know them whispers ain't gonna die down for him. So we shall see who will be on the chopping block.
Y'all know y'all gonna hate when I say this. I feel for this brother, but Deion Sanders, if he don't get this team right this year, now if he if he doesn't make it as a coach, I think he'll be a great AD. But I think he's on his last string. I mean, now people are going to see what you can do without the firepower you had last year. Have you improved your offensive line? Have you improved your defensive line? Can you win those games that you lost at the last seconds of the last few minutes of the game? And I know that goes for every coach, but I think he's been on the binoculars has been on him for a while. I think it's more of a put up or shut up when it comes to Deion Sanders. Now, I would love to see him as an AD someplace if he does get fired, because I think he can motivate anybody and he can lead men in the right direction. But as a head coach, I don't know. It's not looking too good for him.
But I'm gonna say this right here: with head coaches, you're only as good as the coach you got around you.
Facts.
If you ain't got good coaches around you, guess what? Them coaches around you will get you fired. So,
and that's the one thing that I wish he would not. I wish he would not have. Yeah, you bring in NFL players who were great in college, and who was great in the NFL. Help them show these kids how to show those kids how to do their position, how to have a positional coach and all that. But you got to put staff who knows the game inside and out, who knows how to be coordinators inside and out, and not just because they played in the league.
You know what?
Some of those people don't transfer over like that.
You know what, Sniper? You brought something up 2 years ago, and me and you clashed on a pregame show, and you was like, Mondo, in 2 years, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
I remember that.
I see exactly what you're talking about. It ain't the talent, because there's talent at Colorado, the truth. And he has a hell of a staff. If you actually look at their credentials, he has a hell of a staff. Brothers, it's the culture. All of that filming and, TikToking and, I mean, man, celebrities, on the sidelines. I mean, come on, man. Look, these are kids, man. You got to have some type of discipline. I think it's the culture, man. Too much play going on down there. They need to get to fundamental football like he was doing at Jackson State. That mentality that he had at Jackson State, where they were all business, no play, all business. That's what they need to have in Boulder. If he could have that in Boulder, they'll compete for a Big 12 title. But as is, it's the culture, man. Too laid back, flashy, all of that gold chain, gold teeth, all of that. I mean, it's it don't. If you're trying to win the conference, if you're trying to win a national title, that ain't gonna fly. Especially when you playing against other Power Four competition, it ain't gonna fly. So close out the show on that note, man. Um, I don't think he'll be fired. I think he'll bow out gracefully and resign if it don't work out. If they don't get anywhere near a Big 12 championship or competing for the Big 12 title, I think he'll bow out gracefully because, and then you also got to factor in, got to talk about the elephant in the room, man. His health, man, the man's health, cancer and chemo and all of that, man, that takes a toll on you, brother. That takes a toll on you, and I wish the best for him, man. But in my opinion, man, I was hoping that he would just resign during the off season, man, because it just his health. That's my main concern when it comes to Dion. Not his ability to coach or run a program. It's his health. It's his health. I don't want him going down that road that Bear Bryant went down. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Bear Bryant, he passed away in January '83. He retired after the Liberty Bowl in December of '82. But here's what a lot of people don't know, unless you a diehard Tide fan. G. Bama knows what I'm about to say. In 1979, before the 1979 season, which was Bear Bryant's last national championship year, he was diagnosed for heart failure. And the people around him, the people in his circle, should have convinced him to step down then. They should have convinced him to step down then. That man was coaching with heart failure in 1979, 1980, 81, and 82. The limelight is good, coaching, the fans and all of that, the love of the fan, the love for the game, and it just ain't worth it, man. At the end of the day, we're those people, those men are real men, and they got real families, wife, kids that need them in this world. And even though Bear Bryant had a great record in 1979, went undefeated, won the national title, probably one of Bear Bryant's greatest teams that he had when he was at Bama. And in 1980, he had a good year. And in 81, he broke Amos Alonzo Stagg's record in 1981 and became the all-time winningest coach in 1981. The man had heart failure. He was not healthy. The man was sick. And I think that's the same road that Dion is heading down. The same exact road. Love for the game. Don't want to leave it. Love the game so much. Overlooking the fact that he has serious health issues that he needs to step away and address. That's just my opinion. So we can close it out on that, and we can go to our final thoughts, brothers. D Truth, Sniper, any final thoughts? Any final thoughts and predictions for tonight in Minnesota? All eyes gonna be in Minnesota, the Twin City tonight for SummerSlam. Any thoughts, Sniper, D Truth?
Well, I'm gonna go first because I don't know nothing about no SummerSlam or Winter Slam or anything like that. But hey, listen, this was the best teaser to start a football season, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I can't wait to be able to talk about more teams as the months go on. Y'all be safe. y'all be safe out there this weekend. And if you're watching SummerSlam, let the man with the tightest pants win. I don't know what to say about them, but hey, y'all have a good one. All right.
All right, brother, man. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, brother.
Relax a little bit, have fun. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm glad it's close to football season and I'm ready for it. And SummerSlam, I gotta go with Oba. I gotta go with EO, Nick Aldis, and I'm gonna say this right here. For the intern women's championship, I already know Flair and Jade is not gonna win it. Don't be surprised last legend win that title. And Trick Williams beat Baron Corbin.
Okay. Now, on that note, that's a great question, G Bama. D Troop, when you gonna crank up some War Eagle zones?
Let me see. Let's see. Are you doing I'm just say I might just crack up the tree Auburn War zone. I'll probably do it Monday.
Okay.
I ain't gonna have the music Monday. I'll probably crank it up Monday.
Okay, I will. So I'll be over there with you. So D Troop will crank up his first War Eagle zone for 2026. Me and Sniper, we're gonna work on our individual shows. You know, I got the dog call. I may do I don't know if I'm gonna do a dog call this week. If something pops off, like somebody get behind the wheel and get foot happy, then I might have to come out and do an emergency dog call. Hopefully I don't. But you know what, man? Let me pull the calendar up, man. Let me pull the calendar up.
Hey, hey, I was thinking, at least that all they get in trouble for. You know what I'm saying? I like other schools. At least they never was speeding. Okay.
Man, so let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. That right there is hell. You the look, man. That right there could cost somebody their life. That's what I'm saying, man. That I don't agree with that speeding because see, when I be on the road and fools do that when I'm on the road, man, that pisses me off. So I don't like that. And I just hope that they will slow down, man, because I don't want to see no more casualties because we already had one. And 225 girl said, "Don't jinx him."
Listen,
I hope that, man. Hey,
I've been knocking on wood every morning, not to see my phone go off and say somebody did something.
You ain't like a good
summer.
Dowdale that hurt. I thought that was a joke at first. I said to myself, man, come on, man. Not Dowdale, man. That's man. That bruh. Amaris Williams hurt. That losing him hurt. Can you imagine Amaris Williams on one side coming from one end and Gabe Harris coming from the other? Lord,
y'all had a good one, bro. Y'all had a good one. We had to lose him.
Man, those two hurt right there, man. So that's why I'm not really as high on Georgia as I've been the previous 3 years. But to answer your question, G Bama boy, I'm gonna officially start the dog call on the 17th. On the 17th, that'll be when I'll have my first official dog call. So,
and I just got to work on my scheduling with work and my new podcast coming out, and do about them dogs before the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe me and you, Mondo, we can just collab on it.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, that'd be good. It's the same as my name, G Bama boy.
Hey, but one thing I want to put out once we get the about them dogs come out, something new is I'm going to put it out there that y'all can come up and ask questions about the dogs, all my dogs fans and stuff like that. and we can have different people come out, and we can also about them dogs the week before a game. If you were like a Missouri fan or you were a Florida fan, if you want to come up and debate me about that game before it comes up, and we could talk some trash about it, hey, we can do that. I would love to have you come up there, 225 girl, because I know, hey, you know your dogs. So I can't. I want to get you up there and let you um, put some of these people to bed before a game come up. So let's hey, just be prepared for that.
All right, everybody. All right, hey, it's been a great kickoff show. We gave our prediction. It will be interesting to see who's right and who was wrong and who came close. But we picked our Heisman. We picked the dark horse for the Heisman. We picked who will win the national title. We picked who would be the dark horse. We're going to make more picks. We're going to be picking our preseason conference champions on the next show.
So. And how about the coach of the year?
Coach of the year. Coach of the year. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Don't sleep on the Texas Tech coach. I think he could get it, or Lincoln Riley. I think USC is going to have a good year this year. Lincoln Riley, Cristobal is a damn strong candidate for it. Like I said, man, the only landmine that I see for Miami, the only roadblock for Miami is Notre Dame. And Marcus Freeman would be a strong candidate as well. Because if they beat Miami, they're going undefeated. They are going undefeated. They're going to walk right in to the college football playoffs. They won't get a bye. They'll get a home game. Because they're not in the conference, they won't get a bye. That's why I'm saying they're really doing themselves a disservice not joining the conference. But that's another topic for another show, fellas. Thank you. Love both of you. It's been a pleasure. Everyone, hey, thank you all for coming out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. For those of you that are going to watch the playback, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win it in 2026? Who do you think is going to win the Heisman in 2026? Who do you think is going to be the coach of the year in 2026? Who's your dark horse for the 2026 season? So, everyone, thank you all. For Sniper, D-Truth, and myself, Mondo Black, this has been the first kickoff show, Saturday morning kickoff show for the 2026 college football season. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Peace and blessings. We're going to get ready for SummerSlam. Get ready to watch SummerSlam.
Who you got,
popcorn to order some pizza. Get ready for SummerSlam.
Who you got, Mondo? Who you got taking it between over?
I got like I said, man, I don't see a scenario where they're gonna let Brock lose in his hometown. I think Brock is gonna lose. I think Brock gonna win. Brock's gonna win. And I could see him. I could see the match being so damn good, like with the Undertaker and Triple H last Hell in the Cell match. I can see the match being so good the way they walk up the ramp together, shake hands, and Brock Lesnar retire, pass the torch that way. You can win and still pass the torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right here. There are two hometown boys that wrestled in Minnesota today. Now, one wrestles tomorrow. Chad Gable and Brock Lesnar. One for the title and one for Jazz Carson, what they trilogy, the Oba Fitman and Brock Lesnar. Who they gonna let win? They're gonna let Chad Gable win his first single title in Minnesota, or they're gonna let Brock Lesnar win in Minnesota?
Brock Lesnar and Tiffany. I think Tiffany gonna win that ladder match. Remember, Tiffany is from Minnesota. I don't know about Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable, they're going to build him up a little bit more. Chad Gable's going to be a major player. They're going to turn him. I can see him being kind of like a Kurt Angle, the new age Kurt Angle. So they got to work on him, build him up. They sent him down to 888, which was smart. Build him up a little bit more on the main roster, and he'll be ready. Let him make some noise in the Royal Rumble. Let him eliminate like 5 or 6 guys in the Royal Rumble. Come close, and then put them in a marquee matchup in WrestleMania, and then build from there like they did with Sami Zayn. So he's a work in progress.
Yeah. No, reason I say that.
Real quick on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and roll because y'all speaking Sirenian into me.
We get ready. You prolonging the show, brother. You gotta get ready to get on up out there, man.
All right. Hey, love you, brothers. Hey, to the chat, and and go dogs. Rec Tech.
Let's get on, man. Like you ain't sure. That ain't normally, that ain't normally how you say go dogs, bro. You say that with some conviction, brother. You know what I'm saying? But hey, go ahead, man. Let you get your last words on in.
Like I said, I'm gonna do the Warriors on Monday. It'll probably be about 6:30, 7:30. It ain't gonna be that long. But hey, the football season. Hey, I'm into it. We're still doing our music. Hey, bro, thank you. Thank Sniper. Thank to the chat coming out and showing out. And one more thing. War damn Eagle.
Now that's how you do it. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Then get ready for this Royal Rumble. And hey. College football is here. The college football season is here. Everyone, thank you all for coming out. Hit that like button. Peace and blessings. Love you all. And like I always say, no matter what, from the cradle to the grave, since day one, since the day I came out the womb, it's always going to be forever and always. Go dogs! Sick 'em. Woo, 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 woo. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, everybody.
Wake up, America! Rise and shine. Because you already know what day it is. It's Saturday. Everybody get up. It's Saturday. Wake up, America. Rise and shine. You already know what day it is. It's Saturday. Wake up, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Sunrise hitting, hear the trumpets calling. From sea to shining sea, the passion's on display. The greatest game day feeling is finally here today. Tailgates firing, wheels already hot. Every hometown dreaming of that championship shot. Paint the faces, wave the flags up high. Today we live for touchdowns underneath the autumn sky. The bands are marching, hear those drums roll by. Crowds getting louder, let the spirit touch the sky. This is that wonderful time every fan is waiting for. College football season's knocking at the door. Everybody stand up, everybody clap. Wave your colors high, there ain't no turning back. Today's the day, today's the fight. Everybody scream with all your might. It's Saturday, hands in the air. It's Saturday, football everywhere. Wake the whole nation, bring that celebration. College football's back again. It's Saturday, let the bands all play. It's Saturday, it's game day. Turn it up, make some noise. Every fan, every town, let's go. Welcome to the Saturday morning kickoff show. D-Truth on the mic and the energy flows. Mondo keeps it rolling, got the whole crowd live. Sniper bringing fire with that game day vibe. Talking every matchup, every rivalry. Breaking down the action from coast to coast, you'll see. Predictions, highlights, every score to know. It's college football 2026. Let's go! Everybody, Indiana Hoosiers defending that crown. Turn up!
stadium, every conference, every hometown.
It's football time. East Coast, West Coast, North, South. Every fan united by one sound. Raise your voices, raise your flags. This is where the traditions lie. It's Saturday. Wake the nation now. It's Saturday. Let the fans get loud. Marching bands, fight song. Everybody sing along. This is what we've waited for. College football, forevermore. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Welcome to the Saturday morning kickoff show.